Let me tell you something. James Cameron does not do what James Cameron does for James Cameron. James Cameron does what James Cameron does because James Cameron is James Cameron. Okay, so I know it's a little bit on the late side, but since I did the review for the first and second Avatar already, I figured I gotta do a review on the third Avatar film. These are kind of event movies, even though there's a lot of people on X saying no one really cares about these movies, and yet they make $1 billion. It's kind of an interesting situation, and, you know, there's something there, but at the same time, it's an Avatar film. Like, these movies are movies. If you're going to go watch something in the big screen, it's going to be Avatar, okay? Say what you will about the story, but that's one of the big reasons why I'll just straight up say you should go see this movie. It is a visual feast on the senses. I mean, I think one of the reasons why it makes $1 billion so easy is because everyone just automatically will watch one of these films in 3D. 3D movies tickets are more expensive than a regular 2D movie ticket. I mean, how many people, apart from people who can't actually visually enjoy 3D, are going to watch this movie out of 3D, okay? Like, I think most people, when they go to the theaters, if they can watch a movie in 3D, they're gonna watch this movie in 3D, okay? And, I mean, regardless if you're a fan of 3D or not, this series, all three of these films, are visually stunning. They are visually breathtaking. I mean, as big of a disappointment I felt the story was in the first Avatar film, I still watched the second one in theaters because it's like, look, I may not like the story, but it's going to be so stunning to look at, and I feel the same way applies with the third film, okay? It is a visually stunning movie to look at, regardless if you like the story or not. I'll get in the story later, but just hands down, if you want something that looks good on the big screen, this is worth seeing, okay? There's a reason why this makes $1 billion so easy, and it's on its way to make $2 billion, because it's just a beautiful series of images. And so, yeah, regardless of any negatives I may have of this movie later on in this review, this movie is a looker, and that alone is worth a ticketed price. Something else that I thought was, I don't want to say great, but better than the last film, was the character of Spider. I mean, and it's not, well, maybe he's just finally growing on you. You didn't realize that he was a good character. No, I just saw the second one before this film. He was a terrible character in the second one, okay? He got a little bit more development in the third one. He wasn't quite as obnoxious, still a little, but, I mean, it was a better movie for Spider than the second one was, in my opinion. I still think the character needs a lot of work, though. One of the big highlights and standouts was this character. I don't remember the character's name because most of the characters have these really weird, unusual names that aren't really that memorable. But this character, the leader of the Ash Clan or the Fire Clan, was played by an actress named Una Chaplin. And I know that because, to my surprise, apparently she's related to Charlie Chaplin. It's like, oh, okay, that's a fun little factoid. But no, Una Chaplin did a really solid job in this movie, what little time she had. More on that later. And I thought she was a standout in this movie. And, like, I saw, like, interviews that, like, she intentionally didn't want to blink once during her performance in this movie, and it does kind of help lead to the intensity and psychotic nature of her character. So I am looking forward to seeing more done with this character. Kind of feels like they kind of rushed her exit a little bit quick at the end of this movie, not getting the spoilers if I can help it. But yeah, I thought she did a really good job. I'm looking forward to seeing her in a future installment. But now we're kind of getting into kind of the issues I have with the movie. And I gotta admit, these movies are starting to get a little formulaic. Okay? I mean, there's kind of a rule I have with writing. If you're doing a sequel, you need to have a legitimate, like, shift in the world. Okay? First one had that. Or you need to have a key character death. Second one had that. But in this one, I mean, you could argue the thing that happens with Spider is that shift, but I kind of feel by the end of the movie, it's just treated as like oh, okay, this might develop later on down the road, but it's not as big of a shift as, you know, we were kind of teasing it to be. And just, I kind of felt like a been there, done that vibe with this movie, and this movie didn't need to do that. And this is like an over 3 hour long movie, and I felt this could have been a lot shorter just because there's some unnecessary subplots in this film. Case in point, one character gets captured and then gets broken out of their captivity. And you may think, oh, well, I can figure that out from the trailers, but keep in mind, this movie is just characters getting captured, broken free. Captured, broken free. Captured, broken free. Like, at one point, I think every character, apart from, like, Neytiri, gets captured and then breaks free. I mean, this is like the capture and break free movie, basically. And they could have cut a couple of those. At the very least, made this a even 3 hour movie, or maybe even a 2.5 hour movie. I feel like this movie is showing the formulaic nature of these films now. And if they do a fourth one, they need to step it up. Probably one of my biggest criticisms, though, of this movie is with the Ash Clan. The Ash Clan, in the build-up to this movie, James Cameron was like, okay, you're going to see a new tribe in the third Avatar film that's going to be villains of Na'vi, okay? And it's like, okay, interesting, because the last two films, you were basically making them purer than Jesus, okay? Like, they could do no wrong. They were perfect in every way. So, the fact that we're actually going to see Na'vi as antagonists, kind of an interesting concept. And outside of Una Chaplin's character, the Ash Clan is barely in this movie. I mean, they're basically just cannon fodder in this film. We don't really get to spend a lot of time in their ashlands. I thought that would have been a cool new setting to see after the forest setting in the first one, and then the water setting in the second one. Have most of the movie in this, like, barren desert ashland. No, we have one scene set there, and that's about it. And for some reason, this movie, Fire and Ash, still is mostly focused on the water people of the second film, and most of the movie takes place in that region of the second film. It's like, hold on a second, you introduce a new location and you don't capitalize on it, James? I mean, what's going on? And so, I mean, and then the way they introduce the Ash Clan, it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, there's like these marauding raider Na'vi here. It's like, I would have liked to have seen an introduction of, like, Jake and Neytiri telling their kids, oh, you guys don't know about the Ash Clan. We need to tell you about the Ash Clan. And it's like, oh yeah, they're here, by the way. And that gets to probably the next big issue with this film, is there's a lot of convenient new plot points that have always been. And, like, one of them is, oh yeah, there's always been this marauding group of Na'vi. It's like, you never mentioned them in the first or second Avatar film. And then, like, the other thing is, there's this, like, micro subplot where Jake is collecting all these guns, and then the Water Clan goes, you know our traditions, Na'vi never touch metal weapons. It's like, I distinctly remember Na'vi using human weapons in the first and second Avatar film. And this was never mentioned in either of those films. And it's just, it feels like they're bringing up new plot points that should have been established in prior films. It's like, so what? In the fourth film, you're going to establish, oh yeah, Na'vi can change their skin color. We always could. You know, it's like, I call bullshit. Okay. But like the other really big issue I've had with this movie is James Cameron just decided, you know what? I'm just going to rip off the Bible, you know? Like just the King James Bible. I'm just going to take stories out of that and throw it here. I'm not even going to try and make it feel original. I'm just straight up ripping stories out of the Bible. I mean, there's literally an Abraham, like, sacrificing his son, like, moment in this from the Bible. There's literally a devil character in this movie from the Bible, and there's literally a Jesus character in this movie, like, just beat for beat, like Jesus in the Bible, okay? I mean, seriously, at what point are we going to stop calling Kira Kira and just start calling her Space Jesus? I mean, it's just like, I'm literally going to roll my eyes, but not be surprised if in the 4th Avatar movie, Kira gets crucified. Just because, like, that's how beat for beat some of the subplots in this movie are compared to, like, the Bible. Okay? It's just, come on, James. I know you're a better writer than this. And then, like, another thing is the 3rd act, like, the 3rd final battle. Each Avatar film has this, okay? It's not a spoiler, okay? The third act battle in this one is just the 3rd act battle from first Avatar combined with the 3rd act battle from the 2nd Avatar. I mean, literally, beat for beat, it's like, oh yeah, we'll just take elements from this fight and just combine them. I mean, hell, Jake does the same tactics from the first movie. Alright, any military commander with an ounce of intelligence would have been like, he's just doing the same move that happened when we were trying to destroy the Tree of Souls. Like, this guy's, come in, we're going change tactics because we're just doing the same type of battle strategy that he pulled off 15 years ago. Like seriously, it's just, now was the battle fun? Yeah, but I mean, come on, it's getting formulaic now, James. And then just one more thing. I am so getting sick and tired of this whole pregnant women can go into battle, like, song and dance that we're seeing in, like, video games, books, movies, television shows. It's like, what fucking idiot came up with this? Okay? I mean, like, I'm sorry, you're pregnant. You're going to stay home and kick back and relax. What the hell is this? Okay? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, if you're a pregnant woman, please let me know in the comments if you're the type of person that's like, yeah, I want to go into battle, lift heavy stuff, and engage in vicious fighting. I mean, please let me know. I'd love to know. But, I mean, it's like, from what I've heard, like, women are not in the mood to even, like, walk anywhere when they're that late in pregnancy. But just, I mean, in Hollywood, oh no, a pregnant woman can do backflips and take out heavy machinery and do anything they want to do. It's just like, that's not how physics work. At all. But anyway, so yeah, did I have some issues with Avatar Fire and Ash? Yeah, I had a lot of issues with Avatar Fire and Ash. Is it a visually stunning experience? Absolutely yes. I mean, if you want to spend 3 hours and just go ooh and ah at the pretty colors, yeah, go check this out in 3D. I didn't see it in the super fast frame rate. I know some theaters are offering that, but I didn't see it. I just saw it in regular 3D. I would recommend you do that just because I've heard they do that mix and match stuff again where it's like one shot's in 24 frames, they jump over to 45 frames, then it jumps back to 24 frames, and it's just all over the place. Again, James, pick a lane. Make it all 24 frames a second, or make it all 45 frames a second, or whatever the high frame rate is, okay? Like, stop this mix and match shit. So, anyway, I did have fun watching Avatar Fire and Ash, but it probably was my least favorite outside of the things that stood out, like the new villain character. I thought she was done pretty well. I am interested in seeing her come back to a feature film. And so, but yeah, that's been my review of Avatar Fire and Ash. What did you guys think? Did you guys have fun with this movie? Say off in the comments down below. And My name's Christopher Collins with 11 Hour Reviews, and that will be all for today.